Hello, this is Russell Thomas, Kilo Victor 4 Sierra, KV4S. Today I want to show setting up the AmComm DMR network with a DVSwitch server, which is like a hotspot in the cloud, so to speak. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is pull up the AmComm website, 3101.amcomm.network. And these links at the top use the self-service, and you'll see a page like this. So we're utilizing the DMR network options, which is how they're showing this for Pi-Star, but it's essentially the same for DVSwitch server. But there are a few menus we need to go through to set this up, and I will show those now. When you log into your DVSwitch over terminal, this is the first thing you'll see. And you just type DVS, and that brings up the DVSwitch setup menu. I've already set my node up, so I've already got my call sign and initial configuration set up. So we're just specifically focusing on what you need to do inside of DVSwitch to connect to AmComm, and then configure StaticTalkGroups. And StaticTalkGroups simply means that they're always alive on your connection. So if you leave it for a couple of days, come back, you should still hear those talk groups on your DVSwitch server. So the first thing you want to look into is actually connecting to AmComm. That's done in option 2. And then 24, which is additional DMR networks. Configure your DMR server. And in here, I believe the defaults was Brandmeister Network and DMR Plus. And I've added these last few on the screen. I've already added AmComm, but if you were to add it, you'll get the option as you go through the setup to make it your default network. And then you can also change these on the fly via the DVSwitch front end menus. So this is what an AmComm setup looks like. You will actually enter these values, except for the last one, by hand. I gave it the name AmComm. You can name it whatever you want. That doesn't apply to the server. That's just what you call it in the DVSwitch application and when you see it on the screen. The server address, you'll enter your AmComm master. In my case, I'm entering 3101.amcomm.network. Password is just password with a 0 as the O. And USRP port was already filled in. I left at the default of 62031. After I saved my settings, it asked me to make this my default, which I did, and that's where we are at this point in the setup. Now you go back for the StaticTalkGroups, just hit back until you're all the way to the main menu. The settings we need for DMR static options is under Tools, and then option 32, the second option on this screen, is configure the INI files. This is related to DMR digital, so we're not going to use analog bridge, and we're not going to use the other INI files that talk about the mode. DMR is under MMDVM bridge, so I'm going to enter there, and you can see that it already filled in the information I typed in these first few sections. So we want to scroll all the way down to where DMR network is defined. This is DMR, but only for enabling the mode and the initial connection options, not the network. The network settings are further down toward the bottom. Here we go. DMR network. It's also enabled here. These are the fields I filled in on the setup screen. What we're doing is overriding the options, And you can see that in blue here. A pound sign means it's not looking at these options at the time the program runs. So I simply copied the line, took the pound sign off, and then based on the AmComm screen, self-service screen behind it, I entered pass equals, and I gave it a default pass, or not a default, I gave it a password. You can make this anything you want. I believe it has to be 6 characters or 6 digits, any kind of mix and match as long as it's 6. For this example, I'm just showing you ABC123. This is not what I use in production, but for the demo, that's what I've put in. So pretty simple. You just type it in. Options equals pass, all capital, equals, and then your password. So I recommend when you save this, saving it, you do control, and then it will prompt at the bottom of that black screen to save, and you're going to hit Y. And since I didn't make any changes, it just went straight back here. When you're back here, go to the back screen one time and go down to option 37 to reboot the Raspberry Pi. When it does that, or the server itself, when it does that, you need to give it probably 60 seconds to a minute or so to reconnect to AmComm and for the self-service to see the server online. So we're going to give it some time. Alright, now I'm just going to log in with what I set the password to. Alright, I have no time slots defined, so I'm going to put some in here. 3101, Alabama statewide. 31010, Alabama link. 31013, the alert group. And save changes. It's going to apply. And it says it's done. Now when I log in, it shows that I've already got these in here. I can add to them and remove them and save it, all that good stuff. And that's it. You're set up to have StaticTalkGroups on your DVSwitch server, and you can use it like a remote hotspot at this point. Good luck, and let us know if you have any questions. Again, this is Russell Thomas, KV4S 73.